shortstop all time. Some of you may know this story. O'Neill Cruz is named after our colleague, Paul O'Neill. Coming up, the Bash brothers are in the lineup. Stanton and Judge ready to go. And so are we. Lineups, first pitch in baseball is coming up next right here on Yes.
A monster was attacking, but the team remained calm. Because with Miro, they could problem solve together and find the answer that was right under their nose. Or his nose.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Watch Sports Live, The King Source. I'm your host, The King Source, Adam King. Hope you like my new graphics. Had those in the process being created last while. I wanted to bring new graphics out. This is one of them. This will be for live streams here. And you'll notice things pop up like right there, the subscribe button. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, share it out. Helps everybody out. So, to get going here, we got Jameson Taillon versus Jose Quintana, as MLB News talked about in their game preview. Quintana, just a wonderful record, but 3.43 ERA is very respectable. 1.29 whip, that's okay. Taillon's is 1.15, 3.32 ERA for Taillon. But he's got a 9-1 record. So the pitching advantage is the Yankees' way, especially if Judge is Stanton. Come out and hammer this left-handed pitching way. We know they can't. With the graphics, yes, I haven't come out for all my shows, everything. Give me about a week to get it all set up, and then we'll be putting a bunch more videos out. This is one of the reasons I was in downtime, to get these new graphics finalized and up. And you're seeing the first graphics now. You might even notice the new logo on the KingSource Twitter and Facebook pages as well, so go check those out.
Every summer, for as long as I can remember, I've been coming up here to skip.
This is a dumb ad. Skipping pizza, yeah, right.
Look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees.
I did go to the ballpark, hit 20 home runs in about 45 minutes.
Feels like 87. It is quite humid. There's been rain in the forecast.
Pretty good clip.
Today, but
Game's in Pittsburgh, and there is a right field porch out there. Can Rizzo take advantage of it? Down left field line in the corner, there's a porch. Back to left center is ridiculously deep, deepest in baseball. That's going to swallow home run balls. However, Judge bombed one past it last time we were in Pittsburgh. Yankees are Pittsburgh, though.
The Yankees playing at this park for just a third time. Played here in 2008, played here in 2017, and now a two-game set in 2022 with Jameson Taillon returning.
Taillon, that is not Taillon. That is a Spanish pronunciation. The name is German, it's Taillon.
But jammed with a lot of Yankees fans. They have flooded the streets here in Pittsburgh. So many Yankees fans taking this opportunity to see their team.
I listened to their pregame. The Yankees lineup is DJ LeMahieu, and he's playing first base for some reason. Where the hell is Rizzo? How did I miss that? Brain dead not to have Rizzo in this lineup. Gotta be kidding me. Carpenter's only lefty in the lineup until they put a righty out there for Hicks. Absolutely brain dead to be resting anybody day after fucking off day. Grinds my gears every time. Gotta be kidding me. Brain dead shit. And Rizzo owns Quintana, by the way. Go check it. It is not Quintana, it's Quintana. I'm going to pull up those stats of Rizzo against Quintana. There's no reason for anybody to be sitting right now, period. It should get Boone fired or banned from baseball and be resting people after an off day or the day before an off day. Straight up.
And finding his rhythm, there's no doubt that he has been able to make adjustment on the mound and
get the matchup.
He's a better presence in that clubhouse.
Take a look at the defense behind Quintana, brought to you by your local.
Rizzo is 4 for 12 against him. So he doesn't have any RBIs. He's got 2 home runs against Quintana. I'm not sure why he's not showing any RBIs, but yeah. So he's got success against him. Carpenter, on the other hand, 174 average. Brain dead shit continues. I'm going to call that out. Torres never faced him. There's no reason to force him into the lineup. Donaldson has 400 batting average against him with a home run. And Gallo has a home run against him. I'm surprised Gallo's not on the lineup and he has a home run against Quintana.
Well, Ryan, there's going to be 2 giants on the field today. One for the Pirates, one for the Yankees. O'Neill Cruz, 6'7", Aaron Judge, 6'7", both of them, with great athletes. The consistency is something the Yankees have found this year, being able to play well, certainly well defensively, offensively, and also pitching. And there's no doubt that they're looking to win the number Series this season. So what a great place to do that. In the Pirates, you know, where Roberto Clemente was one of the biggest stars in baseball, and being able to wear 21.
Feels like the right time for a 21st Series win, huh?
Feels like the right time.
Aaron Judge, one of those giants on the field, getting ready to go. LeMahieu will lead off. The view here, as good as it gets in all of sports.
It's about to have DJ LeMahieu lead off. I'm just taking care of something.
So LeMahieu leading off. And after an off day yesterday, this game underway with ball one. Yesterday, the Yankees' first off day in 20 days. They played a 20 games and 20-day stretch. And there's a strike to LeMahieu. LeMahieu fouls that straight back.
DJ doesn't look comfortable. I don't know why, but he does not look comfortable.
Sunday's loss to the Guardians. Came up.
I never heard Rizzo was scratched. The only lineup I saw had Carpenter in it. So that's good information there, Cynical. That's bad news if he's got back tightness the day after an off day. 1-2 pitch. Poke the other way. And they cheat to get Rizzo out. Excuse me, not Rizzo, DJ out. The reason I say that, that was just to the right side of second base. There should be no possibility to grab that DJ up there. Pittsburgh's wearing 4th of July uniforms, hats and stuff. Yankees are as well. This is their de facto 4th of July game. Even though it's the 5th.
It sounds like it's a great feeling to come to the ballpark and play here at Pittsburgh. You know, there's no doubt that the Yankees have a lot of fans. I saw that today. I noticed it coming out of the hotel, right?
Here's Judge, leads baseball with 29 home runs. The first Yankee since April to be above 30 runs before the All-Star break once he hits his 30th.
There's a strike. Probably
you know it's coming. And that pitch is not a strike. It's one of those that hooks around the zone. They drive me nuts.
We have seen in a very, very, very long time.
0-1 pitch. Way outside. Same location, actually. And this time it's called the ball. So that's how inconsistent it is. That's Barksdale's more hitter-friendly.
Calls more high strikes. He's been around a while. 23rd MLB season. 1-1 on Judge.
1-1 pitch. And I don't know why he didn't hit that to the moon. There's no excuse not to swing at that pitch. Gotta be kidding me.
You can see the Yankees and
1-2 pitch.
their 4th of July garb today.
That's in the dirt.
The off day yesterday. Hats. So those sweet cleats the Judge is rocking. A little armband too.
There's fireworks everywhere you look.
Would you go custom with the cleats for a game like this, Carlos?
2-2 pitch coming to Judge. He Judge was stepped out, stayed out. I am busy with a few other things. She wills me to go back and forth. Just bear with me. I hope you like new graphics as well. This is the debut for this graphic you're seeing on your screen right now.
2-2 on Judge.
I have 3 more being created right now. We're working on them. The Judge called timeout again. Quintana's just not throwing the pitch. I did not realize that was Wrigley. I can change that.
Judge sitting on 29
Give me a second.
runs.
Let's go with that one. How's that one look?
And the count is full.
Count goes full on Judge. What's new? Is it updating?
93.
Sorry for any graphics errors you might see. I still haven't figured that out.
Judge breaks his back, rolls it slowly to Cruz. The 6-7.
And they cheat to get Judge out. And no, Cruz is not 6'7". I looked it up. He's 6'4.5".
You know, Ryan, and these three
Nowhere near 6'7".
the best record in baseball, and you come to play these teams.
So Quintana has suspicious stuff early on to get 2 groundouts like that.
Third in their division.
Let me take
What
okay.
I'm saying is, like, you have to understand when the Yankees show up, other teams.
If I had the Pirates Park, I don't have that one. But if I did, I could pop that up.
Want to play well against the
Actually, let me see.
So that's something you're aware of. When you come into the park, you're the Yankees taking on a team that's 32 and 47. No, hey, we're about to get their best shot.
Yes, I mean, and you know that it's a short series also. So, I mean, it's a 2-game series, and you come in here to play a team that, you know, in papers, you got to be on top, right? But at the end of the day, you still have to go out there and play the game.
Quintana stopped midway through the delivery as Torres stepped out. And he delivers down.
That one's not good.
1-0. Torres slid
They
up
don't
to
look
the
like
third
there are
spot
any
of the order for
Pittsburgh
fifth
Pirates
once
ones.
Rizzo was scratched with lower back stiffness. Torres lines from the right field, a base hit. And he is locked in. He goes
Torres, the 2-out single.
in Cleveland, and we see it here in the first inning tonight.
Well, this is a great approach by Gleyber Torres, just being able to wait for this pitch and shoot it to right center. And I believe Gleyber Torres, you know, in his talent, I believe that he can do that more often. He's a guy that a lot of times he get caught up thinking of home runs, but when he uses the whole field.
When Torres is going the other way, it's when he's at his best. But he needs those singles like he just got to really be good. Here with Big G, this is one of the keys today. He owns left-handed pitching. He could be a key today. And he's got the power to have any part of this ballpark. High, but call a strike. Maybe we're going to get those. Lance Barkdale behind the plate.
How consistently he's been hitting the ball to right field lately, and whether or not it's a conscious approach. And he said, I'm not thinking about anything.
One pitch.
I'm just thinking, see the ball, hit the ball. When I think I get in trouble.
Well,
That's about backing up play. And yes, you are seeing the graphics have been in development since January. It's taken a while to kind of get together everything like that. I have more that should be completed today, tomorrow, and then over the week. This week, you'll see them all when I do different videos. The only reason I shut down my shows is to get the graphics in because I was told that some were ready. So 0-2 pitch to Stanton. I don't know how it was 0-2 so fast. Bounced in. PNC Park. Let me check. There's a search function I can do to see which ones are made. I can make if I want to. Let's have a look here.
Yes, a lot of
Helps
times
if you can spell.
You know, you're going through a good stretch and you don't really want to ruin anything. You don't want to give away anything. But I do.
I'm not seeing any for PNC Park, so I'd have to create one, which you can do.
People can bring you back with information that you share. A lot of times you keep that information to yourself. And you think
Well, yes, network took the strikes and blocks off the live feed, probably because they don't want to see how bad the umpire strike zones are. That's a good point. That would be my guess. The umpires are that bad that they're just not showing it anymore. You can still guess pretty well, but yeah. 2-2 pitch coming. And Stant swings through a pitch. There's no excuse not or to swing through. Put Tan himself to possibly good he might be using foreign substances. Just saying. Just saying.
You know, every summer, for as long as I can remember, I've been coming up here to see.
The good thing is Taillon's a much better pitcher. The Pirates, they're not going to hit him. They're not. Pirates are not going to hit Taillon very well.
It's also perfect for skipping.
Taillon, I should say, is a correct
You know,
pronunciation.
every summer, for as long as I can remember, slices of thin crust pizza just fly out of the lake.
See, look at the other scores. Seattle's up 6-2 on the Padres. Phillies up 1-0 on Washington. Appear to be the only scores. Tampa Bay's at Boston. We'll see if the Red Sox get knocked around by the Rays. We already have first, third, nobody out in that first inning. Where are the Blue Jays? Trying to see where the Blue Jays are playing. They got Oakland, and the A's could surprise. They could surprise. One to keep an eye on. The Astros are playing the Royals. Royals are going to get them, at least one of those 3 games. Also, then the Astros play the Orioles. Orioles are beating everybody. They're going to get a game or 2 from the Astros. So we'll go see if that is confirmed, by the way.
Against the team he began his career with. And we will take a look at tonight's Pirates starting lineup. It's brought to you by TikTok. TikTok taught me. Keep Ryan.
Okay, I'm going to retweet Pete Caldera, who confirms that. Fishy. Change the complexion of the lineup. Carpenter's hit 3 runs off lefties this year, so it's not like you can't hit him. Pirates played a tribute to James and Taillon just now, so.
And you take a look at the numbers for Taillon, 9-1, a 3.32 ERA. We'll get the scouting report from Carlos.
Well, Ryan, he's a 6-pitch pitcher. There's no doubt that he has a big repertoire on the mound, and that makes it so difficult for for hitters to basically have an idea of what he's trying to do. You know,
And the first pitch from Tallone is just a bit low.
Where everything began, it's just emotions. He's going to be able to feel emotions on the mound.
And yes, it was low.
Looking for number 10. You know, after 9-1 record, there's no doubt that he wants to have that number 10 here at PMC.
1-0 pitch.
Hayes leading
Foul
off.
back, now to play. 1-1 count.
That down the right field line.
So they have Brian Hayes leading off. That's center fielder Brian Reynolds. And Hayes the third baseman. Left field Sawinski, Daniel Vogelbach the DH. Yoshi Tsutsugo is at first base. O'Neill Cruz at shortstop. Ben Gamble right field. Perez is the catcher, and that should have been called a strike. Ooh, fishy. And Van Meter is at second base.
The Pirates had gone 82 and 79. Future was looking bright. They had a couple of guys regress. Then the injuries to him and Archer, and that team never really manifested.
And a waste of a pitch there. 3-1 count for no reason at all. No reason at all. Tallone chucks the baseball out of play.
You go to spring training with the mentality of having a good season, you know, and being able to put a good year together. But when the season starts, you see guys going down and just making stuff.
And fouled back and then out of play. Full count and a change for a strikeout for Tallone.
Hayes fouls off that 3-1, so the count now.
And I'll be going back for checking the chat and such.
Key Brian Hayes in his third.
The Orioles are displaying evidence of stealing signs, straight up. So, yeah, I know the strikes don't pop back. A little weird. You can't see the top of it. It's kind of camouflaged in there. There's strike three. Do not know why he took that pitch. That one's fishy.
One down. Let's take a look at the defense behind Tyone. It's brought to you by your local Tri-State GMC dealers. Dixon left, Judge in center, Stanton in right. Donaldson, Kiner for left on the left side. Torres and LeMahieu on the right, and Trevino behind the plate. Torres was going to be the DH, but once Rizzo went out with the stiff lower back, Carpenter became the DH, and Torres went into second.
I'd rather Carpenter first base, DJ at second myself, but here's Brian Reynolds. Remember, Yankees have a close-up opportunity to scout him right now.
When you look at the Yankee lineup, you feel like you didn't lose anything, right? You have guys, you know, the man he was playing a different position, now he's playing third base. Gleyber DH, like you mentioned, and now he's in second base, and Carpenter playing third base. You know, he's just having a great season offensively.
A lot of versatility within those pieces.
1-0 pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1-1-1. Reynolds had a 3-home-run game less than a week ago. If you guys missed that.
Reynolds.
Oh, it's about a week ago now. Think about it.
Made his first All-Star team last year. He is always at or near the top of people's trade wish lists.
1-1. Swing and miss, strike two.
So
Chance for a strikeout. He did a lot better job with the secondary than he did with Hayes. Batting 286. He's got a 370 on base percentage, slugging 501, 130 runs. And that says 2021. So that's part of last year as well. Checked his swing. Got him. He went around. 2 strikeouts now for Tallone. Remember what happened last time a Yankee starter made his first career start against his former team? It was Clipper versus the Rangers. Keep that in mind tonight.
It makes it so difficult for hitters to basically have an idea what to look for.
Here's Jack Sawinski, rookie leading the National League.
This only one batting average with 30 runs, 26 ribbies is pretty good. That's wild. Bad pitch there.
You know, you've talked about the 6-pitch mix, Carlos. It is particularly unique.
It's kind of a 5-pitch mix because he has a cutter and a slider. They're kind of the same pitch. You just throw them slightly different.
He uses those 6 different pitches. Of the
that is line foul.
In 12 pitchers who've thrown 1,000 plus pitches in the majors this season, Tyone is the only pitcher who has thrown 6 pitches at least 8% of the time.
That's so difficult for hitters, like I mentioned before. You know, there's no doubt that he's going to be able to use all of
Good point just made to me by a source. There's something else going on. If it were just a back injury for Rizzo, he'd been on the IL instantly with his history.
And there's got to be emotions going through his head right now, thinking about.
So that there's something else going on. There maybe a false report for Peds on him, something like that. But 1-2 pitch coming.
It just have to be amazing feelings for him.
And that's wild. 2-2. I'm going to say it again. Veteran pitchers like Tallone, Cole, Gumby. These guys know their pitch too well. They can never be wild like this. 2-2 pitch.
2-2. Oh, what a play by LeMahieu.
LeMahieu just ended the inning with a diving Gold Glove play. Love it.
For the final out, a gem from DJ LeMahieu to end the first.
He made a diving stab on the line. Rizzo gets that too.
I mean, seriously, guys, isn't it
It was impressive. I'll give him that.
in this giant Sirius XM house with, like,
Very good play there.
live recording studios
A miniature basketball court for Kevin Hart?
and only one bathroom? There better be hot water left, Brent.
Positive Yankees fan met Aaron Hicks while he was out getting Starbucks today. Must have been in Pittsburgh.
Bubble time.
You're not the only host that lives here, Brett.
You know, every summer, for as long as I can remember, I've been coming up here to skip. You see, it's so thin and crispy, it's not just perfect for eating, it's also perfect for skipping.
Whoa. You know, every summer for as long as I can remember, slices of thin crust pizza just fly out of the lake like a miracle. I got one!
Me
The lake, give it! They
That's how it always gets me because they have that girl dressed identical to the way JoJo Siwa dresses. It's ridiculous.
A monster problem, and our hero needs solutions. So she starts a Miro to brainstorm. Shoot it, suggests the scientist. So they shoot it. Back to the Miro board. Dave says, feed it. And Dave feeds it. Just then, our hero has a breakthrough. Shoot it. Camera. Shoot a movie. And so our humble team saves the day by working together on Miro.
Why do I keep showing this ad, especially a Yankees game?
Lysol Pro Solutions is one step ahead.
The All-Star game is next weekend. Not this coming weekend, the next weekend.
Of the Yankees.
That'll be All-Star break. Keep that in mind.
By the Lang family. Molly recently enjoyed her first ever Yankees game with her dad, Greg. Looks like a great ice cream sundae, too. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
So keys to this inning, we have Donaldson, Carpenter, Hicks up. Getting the bat on the ball. Get some runners on early in the inning.
Feel good about who you have in the lineup that day. And mentioned LeMahieu at first. Wow, did he show it on that final play of the first inning?
What an incredible play by DJ LeMahieu, and he continued to show that he's capable of playing multiple positions, and not only on the paper, he does it defensively, and he also.
And the
does
pitch
it
to Donaldson. Way outside.
Here's
Yeah, the
play.
pitch there was called a strike to DJ LeMahieu. Looked around the zone.
It's a 95 miles per hour coming out of the bat. It's a great job being able to catch the ball and being able to run to first base.
1-0 to Donaldson. He's a Yankee, really needs to get going, or else he will be traded to the highest bidder. Way inside, but called a strike. That was way inside.
Donaldson.
It's gotta be so difficult, you know, for an infielder just to play multiple positions and have a different angle.
That go Glover, they're making that play. Don't know why they're so surprised. 1-1 pitch to Donaldson. Fouled away. Good cut, though. That was a balanced swing. Like to see that. Do a check.
Just, oh, he can get by at first. Oh, he can get by.
I have a
at
tech
first.
guy
Love winning second base.
that's worked with me from the beginning, who's been working on it.
Offensively, no matter where you put him.
You mentioned that right. You know, like
I know how to do it myself. I really want to spend the time.
in every position.
I was
Third
trained
base,
with
he
my
can
first
play
computer
second
job,
base,
computer
he
tech
can
job, how to
play
do it.
third base. You know, and you also have a guy on the bench, also Marwin Gonzalez, who could do.
I just
also
don't
do
want to
the
spend the
same
time as
job.
Donaldson strikes out, and that was not a pitch to be swinging at. Home plate umpire just as much to blame as Donaldson. Remember that 1-0 pitch is well inside. Should have been a 2-0 count there.
Matt Carpenter.
Quintana's stuff is not good.
Fastball.
The Yankees have a brain dead approach against him for some reason.
Attached to it. You know, this is one of the guys that the Yankees would love to have him, you know, good at the plate. Judge Donaldson has been a little bit inconsistency, you know, offensively, and you know. he
No,
hasn't
Joey
been
Gallo
able
today, and he's got a
find
run against
there, find
Quintana in
the
his
winner.
career, so a little weird there.
Yeah, Donaldson entered
Way
this
down and
game
away.
with 192 over his last
A
27.
1-0 count. That's how you do that.
Will drop after the strikeout. Here's Carpenter getting the start at DH after
Well,
Rizzo
pitch.
was a late scratch with the lower back.
That's 2-0.
I mean, the 8 home runs in 20.
I think that doesn't make sense. I have lower back problems. I've had them since the car wreck destroyed my lower back. I can play through lower back pain. I don't buy lower back stiffness for Rizzo, not for a second. My source said it's probably a fake pet allegations. Red Sox Astros somebody. 2-0 pitch. It was outside the zone. At least it looked outside the zone to me, but called the strikes a 2-1 count.
Just make sure you trim it. You know, just keep it kind of like tight, but just leave it on.
I mean, it's part of his whole character now.
2-1 pitch. High, but I might have clipped the top of the zone. It might have come in like right there in the top of the zone.
And that is very much a Donnie stash right there.
Yes.
I do have new streaming software as well. I'm going to try that. One of my streams, or come live bids, and we'll see how it works. And he swings through a hanger of hangers. Yikes. Kind of feel the game, but the first time through the Yankees didn't do much, and they walk him the second time through. Well, the Pirates gave Quintana 62 for a number. It's very high for an established vet. That's grounded foul. Weak grounder.
Did you ever have any superstitious
I'm
things?
going to check on this to see. Okay, Bill.
Not really. There were times where I let my hair.
Just keep checking to make sure it
grow,
stays alive.
You know, but I didn't have any superstitious. You know, like I didn't really want to like be superstitious.
There's another payoff pitch coming.
Yeah.
Just to think that chewing the gum could help you hit.
I would have 286 with his 7 home
In a
runs.
different pocket will help you hit. I mean, that's got to be going crazy.
Or is it
for
8
me.
home runs now? I think it's 8 home runs now. Hammered foul. That's the same location as the previous hanger when he ripped.
One of the things that
I put another one in there. It's going to fly to the right field porch.
friend always jokes with me about is
That's no, it's a road game. There's lots of porch in Pittsburgh. The high fences out there.
account for that anymore mentally. The always catching it with your bare hand on a out in the field. He had all these little superstitious things that it's just such a relief to be rid of now in retirement.
Yeah, man, Sissy, what a great teammate. You know, like had the opportunity
Hey,
for
off
a
pitch.
couple of years, and you know, just great teammate.
And he swings over another hanger of hangers. Embarrassing.
Strikes.
Straight up embarrassing.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yikes.
You know, the second time I just is feeling good right now out on the mound. Slider.
No excuse. He swung over the top of it. He didn't miss it. He just swung over the top of it. Brain dead swing.
You look at the numbers for Quintana, and he has pitched very
It's
solidly
Quintana.
this season.
You cannot get the K sound they're trying to put on there without QE. But have an E, they're not an I. The I makes it Quintana.
Here's Hicks hitting from the right
Hicks
side,
takes one to the dirt.
taking low.
Let's do a quick check here.
You know, Ryan
Alrighty.
He's done a lot of times, and he's a guy who's not going to fool around on the mound. He's going to attack you. He wants you to make contact. He wants you to get out. He's not trying to trick you. He's just trying to execute pitches. So
1-0 pitch.
You got to go there with the mentality of being aggressive.
Bounced in 2-0.
Is there any particular pitch you would look for against him or sit on?
I mean, with Santana, he's a guy that, you know, he likes to throw the fastball inside, and the change just kind of like goes away from you a little bit. So I wanted to, for him being in the middle of the field, you know, that was my whole mentality against pitchers. I wanted to basically stay in the middle.
The
Give
2-0
myself a
pitch.
chance.
Hammered to deep right. Is it fair?
Foul.
It goes foul. Let's check
You know,
over
that's not to be the
here.
approach with him, you know, like Hicks. You know, trying to let that ball travel, trying to stay in the middle of the field. And don't be afraid sometimes to get jammed, because sometimes, you know, getting jammed, you know, is an opportunity for you to get on base.
The 2-1. That is high and in on Hicks, and the count is 3-1.
Can Hicks draw a walk? Just get a base runner up there. Or on the bags.
Yankees had just one hit on Sunday, a Josh Donaldson single. That's it. Tristan McKenzie was outstanding for Cleveland. Breaking ball in there at the top of the zone.
So full count.
The 3-2. Rip to left field. That ball's going to get down and go to the
And that's going to be extra base for Hicks.
first. He will jog
That was a
to
rocket.
the 2-out
Missile.
You know, just a good at bat by Aaron Hicks. You know, he threw him a fastball and he was able to let it travel and hit a foul to right center. But this time, Santana decided to come inside. Hicks was ready for it. Turned that around into a double. Just a great at bat overall by Hicks.
So Hicks gives the Yankees a runner in scoring position with 2 out. And here is Trevino. We saw Hicks have a very big game 1 of the doubleheader on Saturday. Sunday made the final out with the bases loaded against Clase as the Yankees put pressure on him. Dangerous there. Nearly got IKF with the check swing.
That's always a little bit nerve-wracking when you almost get beamed by a check swing.
Just the 7th extra base hit this season for Hicks, his 3rd double.
I say that because IKF just about got hit with one.
Trevino fouls it straight back.
I'd expect Rizzo back tomorrow from what I've heard. I'll put it that way.
Dangerous arms in the outfield that the Yankees have to worry about.
1-2 to Trevino.
The 1-2. And it's 2-2.
Way down in the dirt.
Trevino.
The Yankees' first RASPAB of the game. It's just a single would score Hicks. He's got that good of speed.
Arms, Sawinski,
Speaking of Hicks.
Wells are yellow. Gamel is
Not really an arm you're afraid of. Either. For the Pirates, so.
Hicks leads off second. The 2-2.
Well, the way he probably should let it go.
Foul to stay alive.
You know, Trevino this year had good at-bats with 2 outs for the Yankees, being able to come through many times. Right now, looking for that opportunity.
Grab my bat ears. And Trevino's some luck.
Trevino was here at early hitting today at 2 o'clock
Oopsie.
after yesterday's off day. The 2-2. Swing.
And he swings at a pitch a foot and a half above the zone. Brain dead swing.
Strikes out the
The
side.
Yankees weren't helping Quintana out. They'd be shelling him.
Hicks, who is stranded.
Embarrassing at bat there. It's almost if the Yankees are purposely trying to make Quintana look good. This is suspicious.
He starts a Miro to brainstorm. Shoot it, suggests the scientist.
Gaz Quintana is a
They shoot it.
trade candidate.
Back to the Miro board. Dave says, feed
Red Sox get 200 run, but still trail 3-2 to the Rays.
feeds it. Just then, our hero has a breakthrough. Shoot it. Camera. Shoot a movie. And so our humble team saves the day by working together on Miro.
I have benched over 200. I think 225 is what I maxed out at.
Congratulations, you're having
It's been a couple years since I did that.
experience, but apartments.com can help you.
Everybody's wondering why Trevino's swinging a pitch a foot and a half above the zone.
Apartments.com, the place to find a plan.
Well, this guy gives you a high
We always
strike, but
believed the Wells
he's not calling that.
was a small town thing. Turns out we were wrong. Wherever Jim Beam is welcome, he'll be welcome too.
Yes, it's one
Ryan Rucco's a great reporter, but Beltran's painful. Having them together is kind of painful. I'm going to agree with Roseanne on that one.
Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Java Joe, no.
I love my new home, but it might be too Victorian.
Oh, interesting headline on this. Pal,
At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. I save so much.
pardon me, Your Grace.
Oh, just call me Grace.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
First pitch, first strikeout, first win, the wild card win here. It's just
lot of great baseball that we played on this field. A lot of hard work, and so I don't know,
Pirates, when can I see them be competing next? Somebody's asked me that on Twitter.
At some point, I guess just come back here.
I think we're still 2 years off. I'm serious. I think we are 2 years off from them really competing.
Pittsburgh, but Meredith certainly seemed happy to be back, and he's one of 3 really key Yankees that all started their journeys here.
Garrett Cole, Jameson Taillon, and Clay Holmes have had huge impacts on the Yankee season so far this year. They all started in Pittsburgh, and you can tell there's something special for Garrett Cole, and really all 3 of them about coming back here to PNC Park. And it's funny, Cole was asked about his debut and what he remembers. That was June 11th, 2013. So some time has passed, Ryan and Carlos. Time has passed. He remembered it like it was yesterday. His eyes lit up in talking about it. He spoke about the crowd and how he remembers every sound of the crowd, the first batter he faced in Gregor Blanco, and strikeouts throughout the course of that game. He went
On one
6
count.
in the third, struck out a couple
There's another
times.
former Pirate in the building. It's
So many
Garrett Cole.
firsts for so many of those
This is
guys
one of
over
the fatsos
years.
of baseball, Daniel Vogelbach.
To forget.
Meredith, I know
That's
you
a
also
strike.
talked to
That was in
Taillon
the zone.
other day. How about his thoughts on being back here and pitching here against his former team?
235 average, 100 runs, 26 ribbies. Having a bit of a bounce back here for him.
There's definitely some emotions, I'm sure, out there. And you mentioned the unfinished business, and you got the sense
That's in the
out
dirt.
of all 3 of them and talking to them that they felt like some of those teams really could have made a little bit more of a run, and they just never really got over the hump. And Jameson Taillon is a guy that had to overcome so much in his baseball career. He's a guy that beat cancer. He had injuries. He was rehabbing a lot and never really felt like he was able to fulfill that first round potential. And we're finally seeing it now with the Yankees. And a big part of that is being healthy. But kind of a cool thing about Taillon, big coffee guy, as we know, right?
And the count inexplicably goes full. You've got to be kidding me. No count pitcher ever let its 1-2 counters Taillon just had go full like this. This is embarrassing.
Okay, got
The
you.
place called Commonplace Coffee. I asked him, is there one spot for the pregame show that you need to hit when you're
Fouled
in Pittsburgh?
off.
And I'm going to Coffee
Little spits of space, you make contact with that.
And they had a blend called Lending Hearts, and as I mentioned, Jameson Taillon beat cancer. Part of the proceeds went to pediatric cancer patients and their family to help support them. So really a cool cause, and cool to have your own coffee as well. It made an impact on the community as well.
Wow, that is a wonderful story. Fun for these guys to be back. Carlos, did you have like something when you went back to Kansas City for the first time? Did you have something where you're like, I gotta hit this on my
And
first
another
trip
payoff
back?
pitch.
Well, in my case, it was excitement, just being back and where everything began for me. I was drafted.
Vogelback gives that a ride, and that is not.
It's illegally 1-0 Pirates.
Daniel
He hit a pitch there's no humanly possible way to make contact with. Taillon is to blame as well for letting a 1-2 count go full. Embarrassing right there from Taillon. Why can the Yankees never score first? How fishy is that? Remember, Yankees are 26-22 and they trail at any point in the game.
Well, there's no doubt Vogelbach just hit this ball extremely hard to right center.
That was right, not right center, you idiot.
7 days he's been hitting .412, so this is a guy that's been swinging the bat extremely well.
That landed right in the porch. If he hits it to center, he's got no chance to get out. It's only because he pulled it.
So Vogelback puts Pittsburgh on the board.
That should have been called a strike.
And here's Tsutsugo. It's Taillon after a 1-2-3 first with 2 strikeouts. Gives up the home run to Vogelback. Back on that thought, Carlos, your first time back in Kansas City. And how about the emotions going back there and playing your former team who you had had a lot of success with for a long time?
Yeah, there were a lot of emotions. You know, I was drafted by that organization, went through the whole minor league system. Kansas City was everything I knew until I got traded to the Houston Astros. But, you know, for me, being able to go back was great, just to be on that field. You know, I patrolled the center field for many years for the Royals, and, you know, I had a great
1-1
time.
count.
I don't remember the games that I had, but it was great for me just to be on that field. I didn't feel like a stranger.
Carlos, one of the things that Garrett Cole really hammered home today, it's not just being on the field and being back in Pittsburgh, it's remembering all those moments that got you here and the people behind the scenes that really pulled for you, helped you, and made sure you developed in the right way. And that's something Clay Holmes spoke about as well. Everybody giving him a lot more attention now, arguably the best reliever in the league right now. He said the foundation started when he was with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Yes, he continued to improve and evolve to what
Another
he is
full
now,
count
but
inexplicably.
thanks a lot of those
This
people
embarrassing
behind
pitching by
him.
Taillon.
Guys almost didn't recognize him today because Clay Holmes used to have that
Sutuga
beard.
fouls it off.
He told me that Anthony Rizzo keeps telling him he looks way better without it. Garrett Cole. Wow.
That's right. You never know what you're going to find under that beard, you know? Until you put on the pinstripes, then you really learn.
Takes 192 feet. That barely cleared a 381-foot fence.
So many different members of the clubhouse staff. I mean, even Taillon, who's pitching today, and you know, a lot of times pitchers aren't engaging in deep conversation. Seeing him sitting in the hallway talking
Payoff
to different
pitch.
members of the staff here at
Popped
PNC
up
Park.
and out of play. Pirates are fouling off a suspicious amount of pitches. Remember, both O'Neill and Hayes come from backgrounds where they were sightseeing in Peds. Back to college teams were caught for it.
Pretty cool thing, and Jameson Taillon really led the pack in it. When they got in from Cleveland on Sunday night, they set up for guys to go to the Roberto.
And the ground ball should be an out. It is.
Fielded by IKF, so you'll score that one.
And we lag behind.
That don't
Hate
get there
that.
all the time, that haven't experienced that.
So
and
first
haven't
out of the
talked about the
second
legacy
inning.
of Roberto Clemente were able to do so, so they had somebody open up the museum. They were there for a couple hours learning about everything. They got to hold some of the old bats from Clemente, so I think they all had a wonderful time, and it was a team bonding experience as well.
Love that. Here it is. Look at the Yankees there at the Roberto Clemente Museum.
That's a great picture. Tonight it's going to be our time.
That's right,
I like
Carlos.
it. I
We're going to do it
like it.
ourselves.
And you see Anthony Rizzo in that photo. He is a Roberto Clemente Award winner, and I know that means an awful lot to him. He's one of those guys that wears the 21 on his hat. I think of it.
Really cool. And that wall in right field.
1-1 count again.
high For Roberto Clemente. O'Neill Cruz fights that off in a foul ground. Donaldson can't quite get there. It's off the screen.
Yeah, that would have been a tough play. Give Donaldson that much.
O'Neill Cruz, one of the top prospects in all of baseball, was the 14th
More
prospect
questions
in
over here.
baseball entering this season.
Drew, I don't know on that first question. She's not really into sports. White's impossible is location or speed change. Vogelbach hadn't swung and fouled anything off, or at least fouled off. Anything faster than 90 miles an hour, then so run on 98. That is humanly impossible. There's no way to catch up to that when everything you've been fouling off and making contact with is 50 miles an hour slower.
He was born in October '98, so obviously that was a good time.
It's been known for over 100 years.
Maybe it influenced the Cruz family a little bit.
No, that shows you how many Yankee fans are in Dominican Republic also. I mean, this is a kid from Dominican Republic. The Yankees have a huge fan base, you know, in Dominican and also Puerto Rico.
So 1-2 pitch coming.
So Paul just
No, stepped out.
He texts me.
To tell you O'Neill Cruz over near 6'7". This home plate umpire is 5'10". Cruz, even though he's closer up, so he should be bigger, looks barely taller than him.
Maybe you root for your namesake to hit a line drive right at somebody. Well, a looping line drive. 2 down.
That's a line out directly to IKF. I don't like O'Neill Cruz's swing. It's a little bit too funky.
O'Neill Cruz.
It'll never be a high average swing because of that.
I was wondering if Paul was doing this series, because if he was looking forward to getting to meet him. And
We just
My voice starts getting slower again. I have to get off when that happens. I'll push as long as I can, but yeah, probably not gonna make the whole game as my throat calms down. Ben Gamble, the former Yankee.
Here's a strike.
Yeah, I think this is Ben Gamble.
From Taillon. Maybe we get him on the field.
Let me have a look.
Can we
Yes, it's Ben Gamble, the
FaceTime
former
Paul at
Yankee.
some point during the series with O'Neill Cruz?
He's with the Yankees back in 2016. He came up in the Yankees system.
I think that's a great idea, and I'm sure O'Neill Cruz's father would love to be on the FaceTime.
I know he was not in the trades for Cole or Taillon or anybody like that.
I love it.
Not even Clay Holmes.
Taillon, 0-2 ahead of Gamble.
And waste of a pitch.
Former Yankee as well. 7 seasons in the Yankees organization. Was a 10th round pick back in 2010.
He got a perfect swing against Tatum. The Yankees could have developed a little better, but That's what it is. It's a foul ball, so inning prolongs just a little bit. I was wondering, pitch count is 39. So this is embarrassing against the Pirates team to have 40 pitches to 2 innings. Straight up embarrassing. They're not going to afford to pitch more than 20 pitches to 2 innings. That's how bad they are. And a strikeout. There goes Gamble, third K of the day. For TAILLON'S, and I'm not sure how much longer I can go. I'm feeling soreness back there. So I guess what I'll do is take a break, go do a treatment, and we'll see where we're at after that, okay?
Shoot it, suggests the scientist. So they shoot it.
So give me a bit.
The mirror board. Dave says, feed it. And Dave feeds it. Just then, our hero has a breakthrough. Shoot it. Camera. Shoot a movie. And so our humble team saves the day by working together on Miro.
When it's time to get back in the game, Lysol Pro Solutions is one step ahead, helping to protect the businesses that we depend on. Backed by training and protocols proven to disinfect common surfaces, ensuring they're well equipped in the fight against germs. And keeping these businesses in the game, imagine what Lysol Pro Solutions can do for yours. Because there's only one true Lysol, a trusted standard for protection. Proud partner, Major League Baseball.
This is one heck of a script, built for a little bit of history. Ground ball, Campbell got it first. It's their first no-hitter. Java Joe, no-no.
If you're gonna chill with Woodbridge, then chill.
Alrighty.
Because
We did a treatment, did a couple of drinks I'm supposed to do. Coat the throat. We'll see how I feel in the next few minutes, and that'll be my final determining factor how long I can go tonight. But it's been fun. I just worried about his question there, Drews. Explain how it's possible. We're talking about a pitch being possible to hit. For example, say a pitch is up and in, the upper part of the strike's at a 90. If you drop it at 80 down and away, there is no humanly possible way for the brain to adjust that and make contact with it. It's been known for over 100 years in baseball. If a pitcher's doing it, he's stealing signs on PEDs or both. Most likely stealing signs. We never actually saw these adjustments until after the Astros got caught stealing PEDs. They were doing PEDs, but also stealing signs in 2016. So it's evidence of sign stealing to be able to do that. So IKF will lead off the DJ and the Judge, so got a big bat coming up this inning. I like Torres batting third today, kind of give him a different feel. See what he can do there. Against a bad team, you got to beat anyway. So.
Sean Sullivan on graphics. Appreciate you hanging out with us on this Tuesday evening. Hope everyone had a wonderful holiday weekend. Yankees playing the first of 2 in Pittsburgh before.
There's IKF. No home runs yet. The longest ever the Yankees starting shortstop has not had a home run. Pathetic. Not like that one here in Pittsburgh.
9-1-2 for the Yankees here in the third with IKF, LeMahieu, and Judge.
If it tells you anything that it mentions here, it is 325 directly on the line. That's where the porch is to left field. It's directly on the line, only about 15 feet out from the fence. 383 left, 410 to left center, 399 to center, 375 to left center, 320 down the right field line. And where that ball went out, by the way, is only 350. It got maybe 10 feet out. That Vogelbach home run was 360 at best.
Yesterday, Yankees had their first off day in 20 days.
Wrong, they had an off day Thursday.
Off day.
Or Friday, whatever it was.
Playing baseball on the 4th of July, Aaron Boone said the only downside was, he was envisioning barbecuing and flip-flops and board shorts on an off day on the 4th of July.
And I can't bounced out. So here's the menu.
Manifested for him, but he actually was quite happy to just have the day off.
I mean, days off are very valuable.
One over to LeMahieu. Oh, for one today, bat average 261. That's
you
slow.
don't give a rest to your players. You don't really want to do much. A lot of times, you really want to.
That's too low to take. It's the upper part of the dome, but too low to take if you're DJ. You gotta rip it.
Or your room service. Is that your move on an off day, Carlos? Just crushing room service?
Yes. I still crush room service.
And LeMahieu grounds this one in the hole between third and short. And they don't get him. Idle infield single.
And we will see how they score it.
That's not a natural first base for the Pirates.
For LeMahieu.
Was a ground out.
Once that gets by Hayes, there's really no chance.
Time trying to make a good throw to first base, but you know, just throw it on the ground. Just a difficult play for Joshi to make that play on first base.
So 1 out, single for LeMahieu.
You know, they initially said base hit. For DJ's sake, I hope it stays that way. I'm not so sure looking at that replay that's going to remain a base hit.
Replay, or excuse me, the official scores have to have the final out of the game to change those. They can even change them after with league approval as well. Scoring like that. It's a single right now. Pitch to Judge. Good cut. Quintana's starting to play murder, basically. He's hanging pitches against really good hitters.
Carlos, because they've already become legendary with the S Network.
59 RBIs for Judge is inexcusable with 29 home runs because when you get 30 home runs, you should have 100 RBIs. So he's not getting enough RBIs. Still going to get well over 100 RBIs on the year, but yeah. A little bit low. I wouldn't quite say alarmingly low, but it's surprisingly low. There's a ball. 1-1 count.
Little eggs Benedict, little eggs over easy.
You have to have audio cut out there for a bit. Weird.
That one sticks.
Sometimes I order both just because I don't know how they're gonna come out.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch. Quintana's not careful. Judge will launch it. He bounces it. 2-1.
He does that?
Oh, he crushes food.
It's in good shape. I tell you, man. Paul is in
2-1 is advantage pitcher.
Still looks like he can.
No, it's no advantage to anybody.
Yeah,
It's because both need 2 to go their way. I should say it is 2-1 advantage pitcher or hitter. 3-1. Now you have advantage for Judge. He only needs 1 to go his way, while Quintana needs 2. So Judge has a big advantage here.
What that guy's got going on.
I would not be surprised if he bounces one, just does not want to hang one to Judge or give it to
3-1
Judge.
on Judge with LeMahieu leading off first. 1 out in the top of the third. Judge.
Hammer left center field gap, and they will cheat to catch it. There's no possible way he gets near that little catch it off the bat. More ball-flight control. Yeah, Judge just said it. He went, how the heck? He used the other word. Unbelievably fishy drive there.
And Jose Trevino are among the finalists. Vote for the starters daily at MLB.com/vote. They're going head to head.
Judge is no finals. He is in an All-Star game. That's done.
So you get a chance to vote them in as the starter.
Stanton and Trevino are the ones that are in the final vote.
Aaron Judge already guaranteed to be an All-Star starter. He was the leading.
So here's Torres.
in baseball.
The coating has worked. I don't feel a soreness, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Swinging
And he
against
swings through one.
Torres.
I mean, and for Trevino, the fact that he came, he's there. I mean, he has had so many good plays and also good moments for the Yankees. It will be incredible if the fans can vote him and he can be there.
Oh, 1 to Torres is bounced in. Yeah, all 3 metrics had 100% chance to get down off the bat for Judge. It should have been in the gap all the way to the fence. So Judge gets the crap screwed out of him there. Pirates cheat to get him out. How fishy is this? A week ago, Judge's batting average was 319. Right now, it says 280. There are no humanly possible ways with the amount of hits he's had last week for that to be possible. It should still be about 310.
And how key those guys have been as glue in that room. And the palpable difference you could feel in the way they thread this group together.
And a 1-1 pitch coming to Torres. He needs to get on. Give Stanton a chance.
Guys that really care about their teammates. You know, Anthony Reese is just one of those guys that really
Yeah,
does
that's
care
outside.
about
That's a pitch you can reach out, just rip it to the right field
He
corner.
understands that
The other
he's a
way there.
veteran guy there, so he wants to really make sure that things are running properly in the clubhouse. And at the same time, Trevino being such a young player, at the same time, you know, his relationship with Higashioka.
2-1 pitch.
The fact that they support each other behind the plate and in the bench.
Hammer down left field line. If it's fair, it may be gone. And 1 hops off the fence. That died in a hurry, but it's going to be a double.
He's going to hang on right there.
And it's second and third, 2 down for Stanton.
For Gleyber Torres. And the Yankees with second and third and 2 out.
Another good at bat by Gleyber Torres, being able to shoot this ball down the left field.
You don't shoot balls to the pull side. You rip them. Shooting it is the other way only. Beltran, that's bad. Oh. If I am the Pirates, I intentionally pass Stanton and go after Hicks. Or Donaldson, I think it would be. That's just the way I would play this.
And there is strike one, a well-located changeup.
So Stanton takes a strike.
Yankees had a 2-out runner in scoring position in the second when Hicks doubled. They have 2 of them here in the third. Stanton lines that to center field. It will hang up.
How the crap did that hang up? Blatant ball flight control rigging right there. You've got to be kidding me. There's no possible way that hangs up. I don't care if it's in center field. No possible way that hangs up. Yikes. Wow.
There's a monster problem, and our hero needs solutions. So she starts a Miro to brainstorm. Shoot it, suggests the scientist. So they shoot it. Back to the Miro board. Dave says, feed it. And Dave feeds it. Just then, our hero has a breakthrough. Shoot it. Camera. Shoot a movie. And so our humble team saves the day by working together on Miro.
This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter. Joe. No.
If you're gonna chill with Woodbridge, then chill.
Phew.
Because why not is a perfectly acceptable reason. And if it holds wine, it's a wine glass. Woodbridge, wine your way.
I'm Shohei Ohtani, and I on the show. 僕は15歳。僕は夢を叶えるためにこの表を作りました。可動域。スピード。感謝。
Holy freaking cheating game.
これが僕の目標
I
です。
just noticed cheating on that ad.
あなたの目標は何
The
ですか
Shohei Ohtani one. It did something it shouldn't be able to do.
Be the show, 22. Own the show.
Tonight's injury report is brought to you by Montefiore, state-of-the-art healthcare in New York City, Westchester, and the Hudson Valley. Anthony Rizzo scratched from tonight's lineup with lower back stiffness. He's 4 for 34 in his last 11 games. It does not feel that way because he's hit some really big home runs and had 9 walks over that span. He's played in 77 of 81 games this season. Now, the scratch happened after we'd all spoken with Aaron Boone. So we wait to get further information on Rizzo from Meredith Marakovitz on the WB Mason postgame here on these. Here's Michael Perez, 8-9-1 for the Pirates here in the third. Nice play by Reynolds to end the third inning. And
Oh, one was finally back underway.
two-run single.
Popped up. That's been easy out. Both Judge and Stanton scratch a hit, so that's a big time inning.
KF battled that one a bit.
Ball flight control rigging. Neither ball gets touched or near a fielder, according to all 3 metric systems.
Location here. I mean, this is infield pop-ups a little tough, aren't they?
Yeah,
They can be, if there's wind.
We're way up here. We're like close to the towers.
This and Washington are the highest broadcast locations in baseball. I'm not forgetting any others, but I think it's here in the Nationals. Here we are. Hi. And then you're going to see how far you got to go.
That's a strike.
After strike one from Tyone. There you can go. Continue the journey down, down, down.
Wow, they are way up there.
Down, down. I mean, look how high that is.
That's strike 2.
But it is a spectacular view from here. Tyone just misses 1-2.
our view.
That is our view. How gorgeous is that?
Amazing.
When you would come to a ballpark like this, so picturesque, do you take a minute to soak it in as you're going through BP or warming up?
Yes, a lot of times, you know, because of the history of, you know, the Pirates, all the teams that they have back in the days, all the players that went through. I mean, they didn't specifically play in this ballpark.
Struck him out.
Meter down, looking.
But you know what? You think about it. You think about all the great players who have gone through this organization, and of course, you know, you want to take a look at it, especially when it's a brand new ballpark for you, and you want to take a look at the angles. In my case, as an outfielder, I wanted to see what happened out there, how the ball play off the wall, things like that, and as a player, you kind of do that.
There's a couple weird quirks in the outfield here, as that's another strike one. As Key Brian Hayes is the leadoff man, batting for a second time. Yeah, that's what they call the knot out there in left center. That little 410 jut.
Not close enough to be a strike. But two quick outs.
There's also the 21-foot wall in right field, the low fence down the line.
Popped up and out of play.
You have a little cutout where the ball will get stuck sometimes. You see where that advertisement is along the tarp? Sometimes balls that are fair, instead of going down into the corner, they just die right there. And if the infield isn't aware, they're not backing up, it could be a lot of running for the offense.
1-2 pitch. Not close enough. That's 2-2. He better not do this crap of picking around the zone, letting it get full.
Can't give up on that play. You have to really get
there.
There's a ground ball. Third inning over. Sorry guys, my short just can't handle it anymore. Hope you had a great day. Remember to like, subscribe, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Hope it helps everybody out. Have a great day, everybody.